Hi guys, welcome back to another video with Pratham Test Prep. This is your host Sanjeet Bhatia again. As you all know, I am a graduate from National Law University, Bhopal myself, and also a mentor with Pratham Test Prep. So there are a lot of things that we have heard around for NLUs, and there are a lot of myths that the students have. And I will come up and discuss all the myths today. What are the things that students think that are there, but they might not exist, right? So we are going to talk about all the mistakes that students make while they go to these national law universities, and what all you can understand about the profession, what all you can do ahead. I'm going to discuss about everything. Hi Singh, Asmita, how are you? I hope everybody is doing great and you all are doing amazing in these hot times around in North India. So if you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit on the like, share and subscribe button, and do make sure that you hit on the bell icon for all these regular updates that you get. And also, if you are not a part of a Telegram channel, a basic request to all of you, you can go and also subscribe to this, because you get all your articles for free and the news updates that are related to your law schools, and also about the updates about the sessions that keeps on happening between different mentors all across the streams, right? So now coming to the first slide, and what does it say? That in law school, most of the students are from humanities and commerce background, and most of the people around in our country think that law is a stream for humanities or commerce students, but that's not true. Most of the people studying in these top law schools are from the science background, right? So what do you need to understand, right? If you are from the science background, you are a person who have studied maths and logical reasoning pretty well, right? People who are from non-science background, say humanities without maths, or humanities with maths, or commerce with or commerce without maths. So if you are coming from any of these backgrounds, you need to see that what your and where your competition is coming from. So your competition is basically from the people who are coming from the science background. So understanding your competition is very, very important. And this is a mistake most of the students do, that they don't understand whom they are competing against, right? So you are competing against the science students. So do make sure that you are sharpening your logical reasoning and mathematics skill, because there is going to be a lot of competition in that subject also, right? GK, English, and also you see current affairs, most of the people are on the same level. But coming to maths and logical reasoning, some people ace that out. So you need to make sure that you also score pretty well in those sections, because there is a possibility that you can get 100% amount of marks in mathematics as a subject. So that is an aceful thing that you can look for. And if you definitely ace mathematics, then definitely 13 to 17 marks are fixed. So do make sure that you are looking at your competition and you are preparing on those lines also. Now coming to the next thing, that is that law school is just about learning the text. Okay, so a lot of students have asked us, sir, law school mein sirf padhai hoti hai, bahut ratwate honge, and there will be a lot of things that would be happening will be related to learning the text. Okay, but that's not true. If you see subjects in law, right, if you're going for a BA LLB honors course in an NLU or in any other national law university or in any other private law school also, right, what would be your course structure? Sociology, political science, English, right, history. Okay, then you'll be studying law, right? So here the basic context of the law school is not to make you learn the text. They want you to understand the text and learn how to interpret it in certain manner. Now, I wouldn't say that there is no learning of the text. कि कोई कुछ नहीं याद करना पड़ता, कुछ नहीं रटना पड़ता, सिर्फ application based है, ऐसा नहीं है दोस्तों. You have to learn certain things. There is this basic requirement from any course that you need to fulfill by learning certain things. But yes, it is based on the applicability of the law. It is more about inferring the law in your own manner and also portraying it in the right way in the examination, right? So there are a lot of hypothetical situation questions that are given in the law school. They give you case studies to solve in these examinations, form the arguments, give judgments on those kinds of cases. So definitely you need to form all those things. There is a requirement of a creative edge also in doing certain things. You need to have that analytical mind for doing that, right? So it is a mix of your text and analytical mind, but yes, it requires a certain amount of learning, but it's not all about learning. Nobody is gonna ask you the numbers of sections and you need to write all of those sections together. Nothing of that sort is going to happen, friends. So that there you can be rest assured that law school is not just about learning text. There are many more other things that you'll learn during that point of time. Now, coming to the next part is that public speaking skills are the most important, or are important for becoming a lawyer or to be an advocate, right? So it's not just about speaking. Okay, I will tell you this by my own experience. If law was about speaking, a lot of people would have done a lot of things, right? But it's not just about speaking. There are a lot of skills that are required to be a good advocate or a good lawyer, right? You need a good analytical mind. You need good research skills. You need good drafting skills, and you need to know what you're doing. You need to understand how you're forming your arguments. There are a lot of factors. So public speaking or speaking per se can be a skill and added advantage. And definitely, if you are not good at public speaking, you need not worry right now, because you are going to the law school, and in the law school, everybody needs to speak. There is no one who can get out of this law school without learning how to speak. So you need not be worried about all of these things. They will come to you either or. If you don't know how to do it right now, you need to understand that that is what you're going for. That's what you're going to learn in the university. Yes, people who are habitual of doing public speaking, they will have an added advantage once they are there in the university. But if you are someone who's hesitant in doing that, then you need not worry, because that hesitation will go out once you are there in the university, right? So definitely, public speaking is one of the skills that you will acquire. You need not worry. If you are not a good speaker right now, also you are an appropriate person to be a lawyer, because law is not just all about speaking. There are many more things, because a lot of students and a lot of parents also come up to us and tell us that yes, my son or daughter is very good at arguments, or they argue a lot, they're good at speaking, so they're perfect candidate to becoming a lawyer. I say no, that's not how you judge a candidate to be a lawyer. There are a lot of prerequisites that a student has to complete to become a person who is an appropriate person for law, right? So public speaking cannot be something that option, or also saying that it's your option B. If you have thought that you want to do law, right? If you've thought about it, you've given it a good skill, and you've given it good time to understand. Okay, give me a second, guys. Okay, I guess there is some lag on my end. Okay, now I guess it's fine. Okay, so if you are treating CLAT as the last option, or if you are treating it as option B, then definitely there are gonna be a lot of things that you will face, because if it's not your first priority, then you need to understand you're keeping a national exam as your plan B, which is not a valid choice, right? Because keeping option B of a national exam where the competition is really high, that will be a foolish choice to do. So if you are planning to go for law, then definitely don't treat CLAT as your last option. And if you also have boards right now, you need to understand that even if you get 100% in your boards, you're not going to get into a law school. So you need to get an 80% plus 80, 90%, whatever you are wishing to, but something above 80% will make perfect sense. So you need to make sure that you are balancing your board examination with your CLAT, and not keeping CLAT as option B if you have planned for law particularly. Now coming to the next part is that people think that maths has the lowest weightage, so hence it's not important. People leave the entire section. People don't understand that this section plays such an important role in your admission. So you need to understand that maths, even being at the lowest weightage, holds a very important place in the examination, because I told you that most of the students who are there in the CLAT examination and who are studying in these national law universities are also from science background. So definitely, even if maths has the lowest weightage, that doesn't makes it the least important section. It is the most important section. It will have a lot of effect on you. So you need to make sure that maths is something that you are covering on regular basis, and you are trying to practice it every day and trying to improve your accuracy and also your speed with time. So there are a lot of tricks that will be applicable in these questions of mathematics. So do make sure that you are trying to apply and learn all those tricks that are there to solve these questions quickly. And next thing, that is the tip for mathematics, that is particularly is that in questions like logical reasoning and mathematics, there are certain questions which will be of that kind which needs to be left out in the paper, which you don't need to solve because they're going to take a lot of time. So you need to be a smart solver of the examination when you're looking at logical reasoning and mathematics side, because you might be able to solve the question if you put in a lot of time in it, right? There are certain questions that you'll think that, yes, I can solve this, this is doable, but you'll be spending a lot of time on that. So be the person who's smart in the examination, understand what kind of questions are going to be there and what kind of questions you can definitely skip on. So that will definitely help you to improve the number of questions and the range of questions that you solve, and will also improve your accuracy and also give you time to solve and look through a lot of questions and a lot of sections. So definitely that is one of the things that you need to make sure when you're looking at the CLAT examination, that maths is an important section even after being at the lowest weightage. Now coming to the next part is that leaving a complete section, right? A lot of students say that, can I leave a section completely or a part of it? I don't want to study like averages. I don't want to study critical reasoning. Critical reasoning is something that I don't understand. So if you are someone of that sort who has someone of that like mindset, I would say that definitely there can be a lot of problems you will run into in the examination, right? Because leaving a complete section is not going to make sense, right? Leaving a complete reasoning part or leaving a complete section in mathematics will not make sense, because those 2 marks can change your entire university ranking, can change where you're going to be studying. You might be going to NLU Jodhpur and you might end up going to somewhere in NLU Patiala. So there is a massive difference in the kind of life that you are going to lead, the kind of opportunities you are going to get. So every mark that is there in that examination is very, very important for you guys. So if you are someone who's very serious about cracking the paper, then you should never think about leaving any section, okay? If you really want to go ahead with the examination and get all the things in your basket and get all the colleges that you wanted, or get good NLUs or good symbiosis universities, then you need to make sure that leaving or not like skipping on a section and not attempting it at all is not going to give you an admission. So do make sure that you are not planning anything of this sort. You are trying to adapt and learn all kinds of variations, and all the sections are completely covered by you guys, right? So that is something that needs to be made sure by all the students who are preparing for CLAT examination or any other examination for that matter, right? Even if you are looking for symbiosis, NMIMS, LSAT, you're going for any other MH set, then all these examinations, leaving a section is gonna give you a back out in all the places, because it is a total of the entire paper that is calculated really well, and it is not just one section. So even if you get 100 on 100 in any section, that's not gonna get you in the college, right? So you need to make sure that you are preparing for all of them equally and you are focusing your time on them equally. Now, this is very, very subjective, but definitely that is there. Like most of the students think that अगर मैं 7 घंटा क्लैट के लिए पढ़ लूंगा तो मेरा क्लैट तो जरूर निकल जाएगा, या मैं कोई भी एग्जाम के लिए 7 या 10 घंटा पढ़ लूंगा तो मेरा एग्जाम जरूर निकलेगा. Not true, guys. Okay, so you need to make sure that the number of hours you are giving in that paper, and even if you're practicing anything or you're doing a mock, you give the best of that time, right? A higher number of hours is not going to make a difference. Even if you study for 3 hours, 2 hours every day for CLAT, and if you keep doing it till the day of your examination, I bet you'll do better than person who will be studying 7 hours every day if you are studying it very carefully, right? So it depends how much is your grasping time. If you are a slow learner, then definitely higher number of hours will means higher number of selections. But be the smart learner, take the maximum amount of time, and also try to maximize the effort you put into that time. That will definitely help you to increase your chances of selection. Guys, it's not just about hard work. Do make sure there is an ambit of smart work that you keep with yourself, and you are dedicating that time very, very honestly, right? Being honest with your own self will take you to a long way, right? Will help you a long way out in this life also. So make sure that you're utilizing that time very, very carefully when you're preparing for your CLAT examination. Now, a lot of students come up to us and they say that I've given 10 marks, 20 marks, 30 marks, 40 marks, but I don't care about all of these things until and unless you haven't analyzed those marks. Okay, so analyzing the mock is more important than attempting the mock also, right? Because after attempt, you need to understand that what was the answer like and how did they came on this answer, right? Why the option C was selected in a particular question and not D. So you need to find out that after you go and find out the analysis and you read it and you spend around 2 to 2.5 hours on doing the analysis of that mock. That 150 question mock is a question bank for you guys. People who are teaching you, preparing you, or you are buying a mock test or a test series from somewhere, those people are working hard to create those questions, right? They are trying to bring it as close as the examination can be. So if you are not attempting those questions carefully, then you are missing on kind of a question bank that the CLAT also might pick questions up from. So you never know where is the eye of the person who's making the CLAT examination. You don't know which books he is reading. So if you are trying to cover all the things that are there, if you're trying to attempt all the mocks, they might refer to any of these mocks and pick up any questions. You don't know, I don't know, anyone doesn't know. But if you are attempting it and looking it as a question bank and you're solving it very, very seriously, then definitely there is a chance that this will help you out. So analyzing the mock is also a very, very important thing. If you haven't heard about this, please go and look at the answer scripts. There are explanations in those answer scripts. Do read all of them and understand why they have came on such an answer. What was their process? What steps did they follow? Everything is defined there. So do make sure that you are reading the analysis of these mocks. If you're studying anywhere across the country, I don't mind. But you need to make sure that you are looking at the analysis very carefully. Now, coming to the next part is that consistency is the key, right? Always, it's any entrance exam, law entrance, IIT, JEE, EEE, you're going for NEET, you're going for IA, UPSC, you're going for any examination. Until and unless you don't have a consistent amount of effort, you will not train yourself, you will not acquire that skill, right? You to acquire that skill, you need to sharpen it every day, you need to use it every day. So if you are going for any of these preparations like CLAT, AILET, SLAT, MSET, IP-MAT, you are going for any other national examination like IIT, IIIT, or you're going for your NEET, or you're going for any other NIFTs. If you are planning to do any of these things in your life, then consistency is the only key to success in this exam, right? Why? Because training your mind and getting it to the level that you are able to solve all of these things in the limited amount of time that they give you, you get 48 to 49 seconds to solve a question in the CLAT examination. So if you are not consistent with what you're doing, if you're not doing it every day, you'll not be habitual of doing it in 50 seconds. You can only do something quickly if you are in practice of doing it every day, right? So definitely consistency is the only key here. If you are looking for any other things, don't. The consistent part, if that's missing out from you, then you cannot succeed in these papers. Get the consistency key in you, and then you see that success will come. The marks in mock test will increase. The stagnation of the marks will not be there. You will have an increase in a boost in the number of marks that you get. So do make sure that there is a consistent amount of effort from your end also. Now, A lot of students who come up to us and say that, sir, I want to do corporate law, I want to do BBA LLB honors. So if you are someone of that sort, sorry to tell you that corporate law is not a field of law, right? Corporate law is a subject in the law school. There is a practice that is general corporate, but there is nothing called corporate law. So if you are thinking that BBA LLB makes it better because BBA is connected to business, is going to make it the best choice for corporate law, then you are wrong, guys, right? Like colleges like NLS Bangalore, Nalsar Hyderabad, NLIU Bhopal, right? So these colleges, NLU Delhi, they don't have any other options except BA LLB honors, right? And the people who have graduated from these top national law universities are working in the best law firms and the best MNCs all across the world, right? If you talk about Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas, JSA, you talk about Lutra and Lutra, Trilegal, you talk about MNCs like Indigo Airlines, you talk about Airtel, you talk about Apple, you talk about Microsoft. All of those people who are working in these places are graduates from either or of these national law universities, and they have studied BA LLB honors as the course of their choice. So corporate law is an essential subject, is a important subject, and everybody has to study it. It is a credit course that will be there as a part of your LLB, not as a part of your BA, BBA or BCom. Now coming to the next part, that you need to make sure that you are choosing the college according to the ranking of the college and not what the course they are giving you, right? So even if you are getting Nalsar Hyderabad and there's no BBA LLB, don't skip to NLU Jodhpur for that, okay? If you are getting a better college, pick that, don't pick the course, right? Because the course is going to give you the same amount of opportunities. Every course is going to land up you in the same field. So making the wrong choice because of picking up a course of your preference is not going to help you out in the future. Do make sure that you're picking a better university, not the course of your choice. A better university will make all the difference here, okay? So BBA LLB is not the best course for corporate law because there's nothing called corporate law. It is a subject in your law school and LLB. So do make sure that you understand this fact very clearly. Now, cracking CLAT and rest will be sorted. Most of the students think that who are watching this video that एक बार CLAT निकल गया, life must. Okay? Yes, that is 30% true. Life will be better, but definitely it's not the end of the world. If you crack CLAT, get into a national law university, then your real professional journey begins. When that real professional journey will go on, there will be a lot of things that you have to do. There will be a lot of struggles that you will find. So definitely cracking CLAT and rest all will be sorted is not the right thing to go about it. You need to understand that this is the first step towards your professional journey. And if you find that cracking CLAT is difficult, then law school is going to be on the same lines. Okay, law school is also somewhere where you have to study, right? It's not something which is a professional degree and a professional course. There is a lot of like reading and studying that will go into it, and there is a lot of effort that you require to survive in these national law universities. It's not a piece of cake. So if you are planning to go into any of them, do make sure if you want to study in the top colleges, then definitely you need to go on and do the hard work there also, because they expect you on to be on that level itself. Also, Shreya asks me, sir, please tell about other options of entering law field other than the undergraduate level. I didn't get your question. If you are asking about getting into the 3-year law course, then you can do it after you graduate from any of the degrees. You can also go for cyber law if you plan to get into engineering and then you want to just work into cyber law arena, then you can do that also. But the best way to get into law is the 5-year degree course that you can go is BA, BBA, any LLB from a national law university will make perfect sense. Okay. Now, this is a basic problem that a lot of students come up to us, and I definitely want to tell you guys and make it clear so that you don't have to come and ask anyone about it. So when you come across a course or any college, okay, First, do your own research, that what is all college about, what they're doing, what is the alumni of the people of that college doing. Ask the fraternity about it, ask the people around you about it, ask the lawyers, ask the people who are working in that profession about that college and that university. Okay, your uncle, your person who's educated is an engineer and he's telling you about the law school that you need to join. Sorry guys, that's not how it's gonna be. Okay, you need to ask a person who's there in the profession, who's working in the fraternity, and who has studied that course, that how it's going to be, what are the future prospects, how well I can get placed, what is the real scenario. Don't believe on something that you have just heard about the university. A lot of students say, sir, I've heard that the university is very good. Sir, I've heard that the course is very great. I've heard that there are amazing placements. If you have just heard, then don't go for it, right? Please research first, then go for universities and your courses that you select. Just hearing and getting the rumors out from somewhere is not going to help you to become a great person or a great lawyer. Do the right research, find the people, talk to them, go on LinkedIn, find what the people are doing from those universities who have graduated. So that will help you to understand the fraternity, the courses, and also what are the opportunities that you'll get once you graduate out of that law school also. Understanding, because understand this, that you are going to spend 15 to 20 lakhs on your law school education. When you spend those 15 to 20 lakhs on your law school education, then there are a lot of things that will be on stake, right? So if you don't get the return out of that university that you are seeking, then there can be a lot of problems that you might have land up into. So do make sure that you are talking to the people who have studied in those courses, people who are there in the profession, who belong to the fraternity. They can tell you the best what to do in these kinds of courses. If you find a college, ask them. Okay, or if you are a student of Pratham, ask your mentors, ask the people who have studied from these national law universities, what do they think? Do you should go to that college or not? You should pick up that course or not? We or the people from the fraternity or people who have studied the course will be the best people to tell you about it. Now, this is the next topic that I tell every student, because a lot of students think this and they have this aura in their mind that there are guaranteed placement in NLUs. कि एक बार NLU पहुंच गए तो placement तो 100% मिल ही जाएगा. Okay, sorry to break your myth, guys. That's not true. Okay, there is nothing called guaranteed in this entire universe. Okay, if you're thinking there's anything called guaranteed, then you're going it very wrong in this course, right? You need to work hard, you need to get your CV in line, you need to do all the internships well, you need to study well, you need to get good marks in your academics, you need to do the co-curricular activities, represent yourself, make yourself a better professional, groom yourself during that time of 5 years. Then only you get a placement at these national law universities. Okay, so there is no guarantee. Just studying in an NLU is not going to make you eligible to be placed in any of these good in any of these good companies or places you want to work. It requires a hard work and hard effort that is there once you need to put once you're there at these national law universities. So do make sure that you're not going with this mindset that there are guaranteed placements in NLUs. I will get it and I'll get out. No, that's not going to be there. You need to work hard for it. So if you are thinking just cracking the college is going to solve it all for you, no, guys, there is a little bit of more hard work, or I would say a lot of hard work that is required for you once you're there in these colleges also, right? So there's no guarantee. Okay, now a lot of students also think this, that only the best career can only be fetched if they are studied if they've studied from a national law university, or if they don't go to an NLU, that's the end of the world. That's not true. If you are a skilled individual, you are an individual who has the right amount of intellect and who has the right amount of work experience in life, then definitely your career awaits you, right? A college, a definition of a degree is not going to help you to go and fetch the best career for yourself. Your skills, your effort, and your the way that you've carried yourself is gonna make all the difference. So if you're thinking that only if I go to an NLU, my life will be good, you're absolutely wrong. You need to become a skilled individual, a person who believes in himself and also who wants to do something in the future can only fetch great amount of opportunities. A tag from an NLU is not going to change your life. Yes, it can help you to take the first step very easily. It will make the first step easy. That's there, guys. If someone tells you it doesn't matter if you've studied from an NLU, it does matter, right? But up to a level, right? When you're taking the first step, it might matter. But after that, it's all up to your skill and the amount of knowledge and intellect you've gained during the time you've worked, right? So do make sure that you are not thinking that not going to an NLU is the end of the world. It's not there, right? It's all about your skill and what kind of an individual you become. That is the most important thing that you need to understand while choosing any of these universities, okay? Now, these are some don'ts that are there for people who are preparing for this CLAT, that studying once or twice a week is not going to make the things work. Skipping topics while preparing is not something that you should do. Not reading every day. A lot of students don't read every day. Irregular practice patterns. And also you're just skipping exams like AILET, SLAT, LSAT, NMHSET, and you're saying I just want to do CLAT. That's not going to be the right way to go about it. You need to go for all the examinations equally. Trying to learn GK in one go. A lot of students say I studied the 10 months of GK in 15 days. That's not how it's going to be, and I couldn't learn anything. So you need to make sure that you are practicing things again and again. That is something that you need to make sure that you are doing, okay? And skipping on the previous year exam is not going to make the deal. So do make sure that you are writing the previous year papers also very, very regularly, right? So these are some don'ts that you need to make sure before you are going for CLAT 2022. So this is it for today, guys. I hope you understood a lot of perspective and lot of things about these national law universities, the course, the placements. We have talked about a lot of things today in this video. Do make sure that you don't forget to hit on the like, share, and subscribe button. And also don't forget to hit on the bell icon. Thanks for joining this live session, and hope you all are doing fine and all the things are great in your family and everybody is taking care of themselves and are in good health. So keep smiling, keep preparing, and hope to see you all again in a new video on a new day on Wednesday. And we'll discuss legal current affairs for this week or 2 weeks that we haven't done. So we'll discuss that. So do make sure that you join us on the same place, same time on Wednesday again, right? Thank you guys for joining this live session. You've been a lovely audience. Take care of yourself and have a nice day ahead.